David Josefsberg has appeared in a variety of Broadway shows, including Spamalot, Beetlejuice, The Prom, Waitress, An Act of God, Honeymoon in Vegas, Motown, Wedding Singer, Les Miserables, and Grease, among many others.
Wow.
Yeah. He'll be in. Congratulations to you. It's harder for me to, it tires me out just reading it. I can't imagine doing it. So congrats.
Just means I'm old, but thank you.
He'll be in town January 6th through 10 as Doc Brown in the touring company of Back to the Future musical. Welcome to Craft, David Josefsberg.
Hey, thanks for having me. Very happy to be here.
Well, most people have seen, or probably have seen all or part of the Back to the Future, the movie. So without giving away any surprises, plot points, what are some of the changes that were made as you transitioned to the musical?
Great question. First of all, I will say that, let me say, overall, we have Bob Gale, the creator of the whole Back to the Future franchise. So it is pretty close to the original, except Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox did not dance as much as we dance in this show.
Right. I don't think they sang as much either.
Probably not as much singing.
Right. Yeah.
You still get the great Scots and the roads. We're going. We don't need roads. But you get also Doc Brown singing a ballad called Dreamers, which is a song about what Doc Brown does. Basically, fail, 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 dream, succeed. And you get all the old Earth Angel, and you get all the great songs that were in the film, and the interstitial music, the da, 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 all that great stuff. Mm-hmm. But you get some new songs, some new dancing. The car still flies.
Excellent. And I'm going to ask about that because I want to know more about the car.
Yes.
How familiar were you with the film before you auditioned for the role? I assume you saw it.
Yes, as the elder of the company, I am 55, so I was right in the sweet spot. I was 15 when the movie came out. One of my favorites, of course, one of everybody's favorites. I mean, even our kids now. I have two kids, and one of my kids is one of their favorite movies now too. So I had seen it 15, and I was very excited. I always thought that someday, I always wanted to be Marty McFly, right? Who didn't want to be Marty McFly? And then it just took me, another 40 years before I actually was Doc Brown. I'll take it.
I guess it really depends on how close you are with your mom about whether you want to be Marty McFly or not. So, I'll just leave that one.
I am close with my mom, but not Marty McFly close.
So Christopher Lloyd gave an iconic portrayal of Dr. Emmett Brown. How did you go about making the character your own?
Another great question. So I think the thing that drew me mostly to this project, well, everything drew me to this project, but John Rando as a director is awesome. I mean, Bob Gale even allows. So you have Christopher Lloyd. You definitely take as much as you can from his iconic, brilliant performance. And then the director allows you to bring who you are into the piece, So I think that because it can be scary, right? Jumping into trying to do this iconic role, but they really, really tailor it to, because if you're going to do it hundreds and hundreds of times, you need to be having fun and you need to be bringing your own joy to it. So they really allow for that, and I'm super grateful.
Okay. I haven't seen the musical, so and you mentioned that the DeLorean flies. So how much do you get to interact with what I kind of think would be great props? You've got the DeLorean, you've got the clock tower, you've got all this fun stuff that I don't know what it is behind the scenes, but it looks like a lot of fun from watching the movies and things like that.
Oh, it's fun. It is supremely fun. The car, first of all, she's another co-star. My entrance when you see the show is I come in, the car comes, and I open up the DeLorean door, and I don't have to do anything. I just sit there, and the audience goes crazy. We have so many other things. The clock tower is definitely one of my favorite moments because they do it here to show it. Because they're doing the clock tower while Marty's driving to get to the clock tower, And so we have a scene where the clock tower comes in and I'm on the clock tower and it switches back to Marty in the car and comes back to me. And I won't, no spoilers if I save the day or not, but when he's trying to connect the two
Right.
pieces of the chord together and and the music is playing from the movie, it's a spectacular moment. Everyone who sees it is always like, that's the moment.
Hmm. What kind of questions did you have to field from your family and friends when they found out that you were doing this and they wanted their background gossip or information as well? I mean, you must have gotten a lot of people saying, "Oh, I've always wondered this about that movie," or things along those, like that.
I guess most of the questions are about our production and how we do these things
Hmm.
on stage and where they look magical, and they want to know the ins and outs of how they make that happen.
Right.
Which I always tell them it's magic, of course.
Right. Stage magic. You can't
Stage
give away
magic.
any of the excellent.
No.
Okay.
But about the movie, like, what do you mean? What kind of questions about?
I guess I was just like, if they're knowing that you're Doc Brown in the musical,
Mhm.
and it makes them reflect on the movie and say, "Oh, this is an interesting thing about Doc Brown." Like, how did he and Marty know each other? Is one of the classic questions that nobody ever really answers because, if you're a 17, I don't know how old he's supposed to be, 18-year-old kid hanging out with a 50-some-year-old guy who's probably a
Correct.
little dangerous.
You're,
Frankly, looking at the unshielded plutonium he uses to power
yes,
the car.
yes.
Not the person that I would say to my kids, go learn science by hanging out with somebody who might well kill you.
That is, yes, I forgot. We do get that question often, like, why would they even be friends?
Hmm.
So they do ask about that. I think there's a lot of fan theories out there of like
Right.
all the different reasons why, and so I don't know which one is the real one. So
Okay.
I just bring to me that I'm like, here's my young friend here.
Okay.
It's
And
it's a
is
little bit on.
and the dog was Einstein, right? Is
Yes.
is the dog still making an appearance, or is that
No,
too much?
no,
Yeah.
no dog. Too much for the. We're not Annie, but it would be fun if we could have a dog on the road. That would be
Yeah.
super fun.
Yeah. I agree with taking dogs wherever you can. If you could go back in time, like Doc and Marty, where would you go? What would be your Back to the Future moment?
It's a good question. I've been asked it before, and I change it at different times.
Hmm.
Sometimes I go back for sports in New York because I'm from New York in 1969. But what if I could go back to the year zero, like the year one,
Hmm.
see what was going back, or in like in when the Roman Empire was happening. I could
That's
go
fun.
back there. That seems like it'd be fun. I mean, also Bob Gale. What about Back to the Future 4, Roman Empire?
Okay.
I don't know.
Or you could go back to the French Revolution to, you had that a role in Les Mis and
Yes,
try to be that role in real life.
that would be fun.
See
What you
how
know?
well
What
it goes.
I need a pencil. That's gonna be the answer that I give to other people.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Give it
I
to
also, I do really, really love the theme about. I would love to go back to see my parents in high school.
them. Hmm.
If I didn't have to deal with the whole mom thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I know that, Bob Gale, when he created it, he found his dad's yearbook, and that's how this whole thing started. Can you
Uh,
imagine that? And he's
I,
like,
I, I
oh
was
my,
just thinking that when my dad died, we found his yearbook and he was involved in all this stuff that I didn't know he was involved with,
yeah.
including Glee Club. And I was always under the impression that he could not sing. So I was like, wait, how did this happen? He never
Yeah.
mentioned this. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And my final, very important journalistic question is how often when you're driving, say with other people in the car, do you accelerate to 88 miles an hour just to see, just to test it? You never know.
All the time. I mean, if you
Okay.
also look at my Instagram, I've also even posted about it many, many
Really?
times because an 88 now is everywhere. Whenever I see an 88, I can't even stop saying like 88, don't drive 88. I can't. When my kids are driving, I got to give them the don't drive
Hmm.
88. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big
Although,
number.
with this starring in this musical, it must be difficult advice to give it to give to your kids when every night you're involved with people driving 88 miles an
Yeah.
hour
And I'm
to
wacky, and it's yeah. So that
Yep.
they get freedom, free reign.
All right. Well, David Josefsberg, thank you very much for talking to me today. We are certainly looking forward to you being in town as a loyal Buckeye because you mentioned that your son attends the Ohio State University.
Shout out, Cooper.
And we will see you there. And
Yes.
if people can get their tickets, and I noticed that it's a very hot ticket, so act quickly for that January 6th through 10th presentation. So thank you very much.
Thank you. See you in Columbus. OH!
IO!